It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Rams and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run it and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Working with a 2nd and 4.
It's a number 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They'll set up to throw. He gets it to Baldwin. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. They're going to look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. They'll set up a throw. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A.
Go to work, guys. Go to work.
A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And you'd think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
And he now has 8 touchdowns on the season, and I just know this. He's going to be so eager to run routes in this one and try and get to the end zone at least 2 more times. 10 is a key number. Really signifies that you've had a big year.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 40.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, but here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Oilers are able to move back in front.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That time a 9-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 14 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short game.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Houston. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Seven our score after one right here on EA Sports. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Here's 2nd and a yard. On play action, they'll throw. It's reeled in by Baldwin. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Oilers are able to add on to that lead.
I know guys who design defenses, they try to prepare for everything. But you ignore the guy who plays tight end at Jerome Carroll.
Yeah, and he's like having another wide receiver out there sometimes, right?
Exactly right, because they're such a matchup nightmare, and they're hybrid guys. Are they receivers? Are they big guys that block? How about the one we just saw there? Catch it and go. Run after catch all the way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. LA set to take over again on offense. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Let's go.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now back to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
Point after here coming up. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's doing his job, but the bottom line, they're losing. They've got a deficit to make up here, and he knows it.
And quarterbacks who last in this league learn that lesson really early. You may have had a great stat line and felt pretty good about how you played, but if your team didn't win, it almost doesn't matter. And right now he's adopted that attitude. How do I get better? How does my team get better? How do we find a way to win the game?
Well, he's hoping to lead his team to a successful drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Back to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. A 40-yard punt, no return. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. You know, normally he's probably happy with how he's playing. He's playing pretty well, but in the 2nd quarter you look up your team's losing. I don't think any quarterback's satisfied.
Not at all, and what they're really seeking is how do I play even better and inspire my teammates to do exactly the same in order for us to get back on top on the scoreboard. That's when you find out you have a quarterback. If they're just satisfied with their stat line,
they're not really a leader.
Not at all. You just have a guy playing the position.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations, 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down, all right? This is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Back to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. He's got the first down inside the 10. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. You know, normally he's probably pretty happy with his performance at this point. He's played pretty well. Bottom line, they're down on the scoreboard, so I'm guessing he's not that happy.
No, the fantasy owners who have him for this week, oh, they're happy with what's going on. But for him leading a team, trying to win a ball game, I agree with you. Not happy at all. Trying to figure out how to up his game and inspire his teammates to do the same.
That's a true leader. They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He's got Allen, and they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Here we go.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the result for the Rams, a touchdown. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, and that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium, and they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. The Panthers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And the half will begin with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So third down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. They'll drop to throw.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 48, and to the 40-yard line. That's where the return stops. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
A throw over the middle, taken in.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And out of bounds right around the 20. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Let's go. 42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Looking to throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll try again.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie us at 24 all.
So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
The Big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. And now here's a carry heading left. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd and 11 now. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
It's not football about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And they bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for Houston. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got it, the tight end Allen. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Gets around him, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Allen's got it complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete.
And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Came up about a yard short, but I can't help it, Brandon. I love it when the big guy gets the football and he tries to battle his way forward. There's something about those guys carrying the ball and watching people trying to stop them. That's just great theater.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Let's go!
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's caught. Baldwin. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Baldwin. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw again. It's reeled in by Baldwin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 6.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
LA readies for its next possession. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he coughed it up.
That's it, ready. We're going to work.
Fumble on the play. Recovered.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
A gain of 6 there on first.
You got it. You got it.
It's a big 6.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
2nd and 11.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And his kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Los Angeles, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they fall to defeat for the second time this season. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.